If you drive the Gypsy in 4 low for a very long time earlier, and if you have not serviced the gearbox properly,
It'll get stuck.
it used to, after a jump or something or hitting a dip or something, coming out of the dip, that gearbox lever would come back from 4 low into neutral and it'll get stuck.
Oh.
Then what you have to do is you have to remove the rubber from the top, and one guy has to go down and you have to rotate that lever like a bulb. जैसे हम लोग बल्ब फिक्स करते हैं ना, अंदर दबा के ऐसे टाइट करते हैं, तो उसको ऐसे अंदर दबा के ऐसे खोलना होता है वापस, तो वो रॉड बाहर आती है, फिर आप पेचकस से ऐसे करके उसको 4 लो एक्टिवेट करते हो, फिर so I was sitting on top and I was doing this. Sandy Bay, I was trying it from the bottom to push it down because it was so hot. Because we were like 30 kilometers into the stage. Everything is so hot. Then we removed it, and then I went with 2 screwdrivers like this, and Bhaiya was trying something under the Gypsy, and then suddenly the green light came on the meter. 4 WD. I said, Bhaiya, ho gaya, chalo. We did not put anything back on top of that gearbox. I was wearing my racing glove. Okay, I had my Nomex FIA glove, and I'm holding the previous leg's road book on top like this, and I've put my hand on top like this, and I can feel the hot oil, still on the glove, through the book, everything we could feel. And I'm doing like this with the navigation, I'm seeing the road book, everything. We finished the stage. By that time, the guy behind us had crossed.
Okay.
But luckily, we had an 18-minute lead on him.
Oh.
And he had made only 4 minutes on us on that stage. So we won. So we finished in our position 13 minutes or 14
minutes.
Yeah. 2006-07, when we won that rally in Chandigarh.
Okay.
NDTV took my interview after winning. So my dad saw that interview, and then he gets a call from somebody, and he straight away says, Rampal, भैया इसकी तुम रैलिंग बंद करवा लो, ये मरमुरा जाएगा लड़का तुम्हारा, अकेला ही है, मत कराओ. So every time I used to give out an interview, somebody would call dad. We've had incidents when I was driving, and people would make videos and send it to dad.
Are you serious?
Okay, he's too aggressive, especially in the hills. He's too aggressive. You will find him one day in the valley only. So stop. So my dad put a shut off on my mountain rallies completely. I was not allowed to participate in any of the mountain events.
He had brick wall.
Navigate भी नहीं करना है, बस हो गया. फिर भी I used to sneak into a couple of events and quietly go and navigate and all everything. Like obviously dad would not know, but the organizers would know. Dad would not know, but eventually he used to find out. After the finish, if I would carry a trophy back home, he would know कहाँ गया था. Dad वो navigate. And I would get 1, 2 I'll get on my face.
So now we've gotten to know all about the Touring Cup, at least a large chunk of it. बाकी तो आगे जैसे जैसे होगा,
बाकी तो चल के ही पता चलेगा सब कुछ.
चल के ही पता चलेगा. And this is definitely not the first conversation with you. And or should I say, this is not the last and the only conversation with you. Sorry. And now I would like you to talk me through your journey, starting from when you got into motorsports, and till when were you there in motorsports as a driver, and then the whole BIC time that you spent at BIC, and so on and so forth. So please.
So basically my recreational karting started when I was 9 years old. And then I got really hooked onto karting scene. I used to go almost every Sunday to kart in Faridabad.
Destination
point.
Oh my God.
Rajiv Khanna uncle's track. So we all used to be there. Like I started going there, and I used to meet all these guys who are now big diggers of our Indian motorsports. ये सब वहाँ आया करते थे, हम लोग सब karting किया करते थे. तो मैं तब किसी को जानता नहीं था ऐसे. Like I hadn't gotten into that circle. Then one fine day, so we had this JKTI National Karting Championship round at Destination Point. This is 99 or 2000. So I participated in the junior category. I think I came third.
Okay.
Yeah, I came third. तो क्योंकि जूनियर कैटेगरी में उस टाइम पे ड्राइवर्स नहीं थे ना, छोटे यंग, सब लोग बड़े बड़े थे एज में. सो अबव 16 यू आर इनटू सीनियर कैटेगरी. सो I got that trophy, छोटू सा trophy I got. I was very happy. Yes, let's go. That is where the Kida was there. That's how it started. And then after that, I got into proper karting, learning, went for karting schools in Coimbatore.
Okay.
And so I was trained by very big names. Obviously, a lot of big names now also. We were training together at that time. And some of the lights like Reo, Raman Banerjee, Amanpreet Ahluwalia, Rohit Khanna.
Okay.
And who else there in that training program? No, Aditya and Arman were still small.
Okay.
They were still young. And yeah. So a lot of other guys were also there from South and all everything. And we all were, getting trained at the Coimbatore circuit. And we used to live at the track. We were not allowed to live in the hotel. That was part of the training academy.
Okay.
So we would land up there on a Friday night. And that time we used to travel by train.
Okay.
The flights were inaccessible and there was only one Air India and one jet flight going to Coimbatore via Bombay. Air India flight used to go via Bombay and jet flight used to go via Chennai for a refuel.
Okay.
They used to refuel, technical check and then go ahead. So that's the first time I traveled alone in a train.
Okay.
All the way to Coimbatore from here. And then I remember Akbar Ibrahim sir's driver picking us up from the train station. Because Akbar sir was our lead coach at that time.
Okay.
He was our main coach and mentor for the karting program in Coimbatore. Because first we all had met him here during one of the karting races in Delhi. And then I was after my dad's life. I'm like, Dad, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. I want to drive these 2-stroke karts.
And 2-stroke karts are the...
First learn how to handle a 4-stroke properly. I'm like, no, I want to handle the Rotax engine straight. And it was some 24, 25 horsepower engine or 30 or 28 horsepower engine on a go-kart and a 2-stroke engine car. And it was like the beep situation. Like for the first time when we drove, I remember. It was fast. It was hard on our necks, our forearms, fingers. We used to exercise, during our training. And our legs for like your calf muscles and your thighs and all everything would actually like pain like that somebody's actually put needles and all everything everywhere. It would hurt so much because there's so much G-force on those karts, no? And at that age, and you're not used to driving such fast karts ever in your life. And you don't have the knowledge and the know-how of your fitness also. I had zero fitness knowledge when I went for my first ever karting race.
Okay.
Programmed. So they made us run. They made us jump on the tires, kart tires. We would play with the kart tires, like they would have some kind of exercise regime. We would do track walks. We would run on the track. They would have coaches standing at different corners, pushing us while we are running. We would do 2 laps, 3 laps of the track, running. Karting track. And the karting track was about 900 plus meter long. So we would have to run it.
Wow.
At Coimbatore circuit. Earlier, the Coimbatore circuit was integrated.
Okay.
So it used to run clockwise as a racetrack and anti-clockwise as a karting circuit. But half of it.
Half of it, of course.
Half of the original racetrack used to run as a karting circuit anti-clockwise direction.
Okay.
So there we used to go and, practice and learn everything. We used to have these 2-day programs. So I did about 2-3 training programs. That is where the Hira increased. Okay, now we need to do this properly. Then when I was karting, I was put into single seaters also.
Okay.
I started single seaters and I wanted to try my luck there also. And started with the Formula India single seater with the Maruti engine. It's called FISMI, which Kari Vardhan sir had developed long time ago. So that is where everybody started, like all of our motorsports, like how Indian motorsports started was because of proper FISMI. Obviously, besides what our veterans have done at Cholavaram, I personally started at Chennai circuit at the MIC now. At that time, it used to be called the MMST, Madras Motorsports, MMRT, sorry, Madras Motorsports Racetrack. Now it's called the MIC, Madras International Circuit. So that is where I started in 2003 in my single seaters. Then I did one race in Kolkata also.
Oh.
They had shut down the current airport road. At that time, the airport road was getting built.
Okay.
So a built patch was shut down and we had a race, street race, in the day. Back in 2000, it was 3 or 4, I think. I think it was 3 or 4.
Okay.
That time I drove for the first time. It was 3. Yeah, 2003 I think it was. Yes, I remember. And at that time, no, the safety and everything was still a very new thing. We used to wear fire retardant dangri overalls, which was sold by a company with a certificate from Calcutta. I don't remember the company's name. I remember it was a cotton single piece suit, but it was coated on the inside and on the outside with a fire retardant chemical.
Okay.
That was our basic safety. And we were allowed to use ISI marked helmets in race cars at that time.
Okay.
Then it all changed in 2003, I think. 4 or 5 it changed. Then they became stringent with all the gear and all everything. That time we used to be very normal. Like everybody would be in the same gears.
उस टाइम पे FIA के रूल्स वगैरह नहीं आए?
उस टाइम पे FIA का ज़्यादा कंप्लायंस नहीं था इंडियन मोटरस्पोर्ट्स में, क्योंकि हमारी स्पीड्स उतनी तेज़ नहीं थी.
Okay.
कुछ ऐसा था. And then there were certain other things also.
Okay.
Which obviously I wasn't that familiar with.
Okay.
Because I was still a kid, learning, trying to learn. And there was hand-holding, but hardly on the racetrack. We would learn whatever we could from our mechanic or our engineer. That's it.
Okay.
There was or fellow racers who would come and talk, and I would ask them for my query, and then they would say, okay, next practice session, follow me. Then see the line and all everything. And brake references, where would they brake, stuff like that. And it was all by the eyes.
Okay.
And we used to shift gears on exhaust modes.
No RPM meter.
It was an RPM meter, but where would you see? An RD driver getting into the race car for the first time. Should I keep my eyes on the road or the RPM meter between that small steering wheel? So we got used to shifting by the ear, you know, because that time we used to have only carburetor engines in the race cars. उस टाइम पे सिंगल सीटर कार्स में MPFI engines मतलब came in 2004 के आसपास आए थे. When they launched the Formula Hyundai and Formula Roll-On and all these cars. Those cars came with MPFI engines and all everything. Not our cars. We were still racing in a lower category, which is just me. And then moved on to the Formula LGB. That had a steam engine with a carburetor. Not MPFI.
Okay.
MPFI engines आ चुके थे, but race cars में अभी तक किसी ने डाले नहीं थे.
तो कार्बोरेटर में तो फिर ST 1000 ही था ना शायद? 1300 आया था.
98 to 2000, 98, 99 year 1998 and 1999 had carburetor 1300cc steam engines.
I see. Okay.
That much I remember. I think it was 98 only. Yeah.
हाँ ठीक है, उसी के आसपास होगा.
Because I had a 95 model 1000 Maruti 1000. That was a 1000cc engine.
Fair enough.
But with a 5-speed gearbox. Close ratio 5-speed gearbox. So these were 1300cc engines, 5-speed gearboxes, but carburetors.
Okay.
पुराने वाले. So we moved on to that, graduated to that. Then I moved. One day I raced, one of the race weekends I actually raced in the saloon cars, Esteem.
Okay.
Radha Silveraj sir had a spare Esteem with him, available on rent. I still remember, I think we paid somewhat 25,000 rupees for the weekend.
Back then.
Back then. For the weekend, for a fully built race Esteem. So I was a rookie driver. I was what? 15, 16 or something.
And this was just like a decision that you took कि चल ठीक है करके देखते हैं.
Next race weekend ये करते. I will not drive the single seaters. I'll drive the saloons.
Okay.
Guess what? First race, I win the rookie trophy. Second race, I finish 4th.
Okay.
And who all are fighting? On top, winner was JD Madan.
Okay.
Second was Mr. Ayub Khan.
Huh.
Third was Radha Silveraj sir.
Okay.
No, I finished 5th. Fourth was Siva Ramakrishnan sir. And I was 5th.
Okay.
I was the youngest ever driver to finish 5th overall in that category.
And how many drivers in totality?
I think about 28 cars. Yeah, 28
सारे
cars.
दिग्गज.
सारे दिग्गज चला रहे हैं सलून ना. मैं तो सिंगल सीटर से सलून में आया हूँ सीधा. And I'm doing throttle modulation also like a single seater car through the corner. So the others are telling me, Bhaga, you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to keep it flat and let it go. Okay, sir. Done, sir. I was still learning, you know. Because in a single seater, because of a rear mounted engine, you have to throttle modulate through certain corners at the racetrack, you know.
Otherwise
You have
it will
different
tail up.
variables of modulation of the throttles and all. But in saloons, especially the front wheel drive saloons, somewhere at the same corner where I will modulate back to 60% throttle through a corner, you can go 90%, you know, because that's the only way you will get traction
Yeah.
in a front wheel drive car. Because it's front wheel drive, no. If you're not giving it power, you'll not give traction. But I can't even go 100%. Then it'll bloody understeer. I'll be turning right and it'll just wash out straight. So that was also learning pay. I was still learning from those seniors at that time, at that age.
Yeah.
Then I moved out of racing completely because my dad was after my life to start college. Then I joined my college here in Noida. I did my 5 semesters peacefully. Then I dropped out of the last semester because I got into a contract with a big brand who were ready to support me for my rallying.
Okay.
Then I got into rallying. While I was rallying, I was picked up by A1 Team India.
Which one? Sorry.
A1 GP Team India.
Okay.
I was hired as a marketing officer.
Acha.
It was right out of college. So I was about 21 or something. 21 times. That was my first job. So whatever track experience I had, whatever rallying experience I had, and whatever literature I used to get to learn from online. I used to go on the FI website, learn a lot of things and stuff like that, and understand the sport better. That's when I joined A1 GP Team India. And I was working with them. If you remember A1 GP, that was the World Cup of Motorsports, A1 Grand Prix.
No, I don't.
So I was working for Team India. Our drivers were Naren Karthikeyan and Arman Ibrahim.
Okay.
Yeah. So we used to work out of the Gurgaon office. We had one office in London and one office in Gurgaon.
Okay.
So I worked with them the 2008 period. Yeah. The whole year of 2008, I worked for them. Then the recession hit. Global recession happened in 2008, market crash. That's when everything, I was fired.
Okay.
Like everybody was relieved from the office.
Correct.
I reached the office one day and I was like, office seems to be empty. Am I early? Then one office boy comes to me, sir, the HR department's calling you. I didn't know what it was. It was my first job. I'm still 21. I don't know. You know, तब तक अभी सीख रहा था आटे दाल के बाव जिंदगी के. I was still learning. So this HR head of ours is sitting in front of me. Like he hands me over a package with my relieving letter, one compensation check and this and that around, and he's telling me you can keep the company laptop, you can keep the company BlackBerry which we gave you. I'm like, but what's wrong? No, we are shutting down the office. I called my dad from there, only sitting in front of the HR guy. I'm like, Dad, what does he mean by this? उसने तेरे को नौकरी से निकाल दिया है, घर आ जा गाड़ी स्टार्ट करके. जी डैड. Then I left the office and I reached home. I was really down because I didn't understand all these things at that time.
And you're still in that zone क्या? मैंने क्या किया?
Zone के हाँ मैंने क्या किया? मतलब you know मेरी क्या गलती थी उसके अंदर कि ये जो मेरे साथ हो रहा है सब कुछ. But फिर I spoke to a couple of my fellow colleagues. And I'm still in touch with a couple of my fellow colleagues from that office. We are still very good friends. We still meet because all like-minded people, no, motorsports people. So we all connect better, like you and me connected a couple of days ago. So it was like that. Then after that, sat at home, went rallying again. Did couple of rallies. There's a Storm, Coimbatore INRC. We won the Baleno class. In Coimbatore INRC, I was a navigator. And then Cochin Rally.
So this was essentially your first DS then? What you just mentioned?
No, my first DS was in 2005.
Okay.
2005 I participated.
Okay. Got it.
2006 I participated. 2007 I navigated.
Okay.
2008 I officiated. Yeah, I officiated in 8. No.
What?
8 I participated in the DS, officiated in the Red Himalaya.
Okay.
With Sudev sir.
Okay.
उनके साथ मैंने officiate किया था. ग्रम्फू काजा की स्टेज खोली थी मैंने. I was a starter.
Okay.
And then on the reverse, we were the start from Kaza.
Oh, okay.
And 2008 I officiated in the raid. 2009 I officiated in DS and raid. 10 I participated.
Okay.
And we came third overall. I was navigating Sandeep Sharma, Sandy Bhaiya.
Okay.
So I was navigating him in the Gypsy. I think Abhishek won the rally or Baba came second, I think.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Abhishek Mishra.
Abhishek Mishra.
Okay.
I think he had won the rally overall. And Baba came second and we were third. And Sanjay Agarwal Bhaiya was fourth. Yeah. Because Sanjay Bhaiya and we were fighting. And in the final night stage, जो हमारी कैंप से स्टार्ट हो रही थी, नाइट स्टेज जहाँ पे रॉबी हैड गॉन इनटू द पॉन्ड. रॉबी, it was a night stage.
Okay.
So there was a 90 right.
Okay.
And there were 2 90 rights.
Okay.
There was 190 right before the pond and there was 190 right after the pond.
Okay.
So I think these guys took the 90 right after the pond.
Okay.
And then they didn't see their GPS line matching.
Okay.
In the night. Nakul was his navigator. I think Nakul Mendirata. Yeah. Nakul was his navigator. Very sweet people, both of them. So it was a fun we had whenever we rallied together. So वो line पे वापस आने के लिए ना, they turned around. Out turning around, not realizing that there's a pond. They drove straight into the pond like this.
Oh shit.
There is a video, very old video. I'll share it with you if I have it somewhere on any of my devices. Maybe on my laptop I'll have that video. And they are coming out of the car and they're standing on top of the gypsy and the gypsy is fully submerged. Only the roof you can see in the water. That was a very, very funny incident we had during that rally time. And in that very stage, in the middle of the stage, our rally gypsies 4x4 gearbox locked.
Locked as in?
फंस गया.
Oh.
न्यूट्रल में आके अटक जाता था वो. If you drive the gypsy in 4 low for a very long time earlier, and if you have not serviced the gearbox properly,
It'll get stuck.
it used to, after a jump or something or hitting a dip or something, coming out of the dip, that gearbox lever would come back from 4 low into neutral and it'll get stuck.
Oh.
Then what you have to do is you have to remove the rubber from the top and one guy has to go down and you have to rotate that lever like a bulb. ऐसे हम लोग बल्ब फिक्स करते हैं ना, अंदर दबा के ऐसे टाइट करते हैं, तो उसको ऐसे अंदर दबा के ऐसे खोलना होता है वापस, तो वो रॉड बाहर आती है, फिर आप पेचकस से ऐसे करके उसको 4 लो एक्टिवेट करते हो, फिर सो I was sitting on top and I was doing this. Sandy Bhai was trying it from the bottom to push it down because it was so hot. Because we were like 30 kilometers into the stage. Everything is so hot. Then we removed it and then I went with 2 screwdrivers like this. And Bhaiya was trying something under the gypsy. And then suddenly the green light came on the meter. 4WD. It said, I said, Bhaiya, हो गया, चलो. We did not put anything back on top of that gearbox. I was wearing my racing glove. Okay, I had my Nomex FIA glove, and I'm holding the previous leg's road book on top like this, and I've put my hand on top like this, and I can feel the hot oil, still on the glove, through the book, everything we could feel, and I'm doing like this with the navigation. I'm seeing the road book, everything. We finished the stage. By that time, the guy behind us had crossed.
Okay.
But luckily, we had an 18-minute lead on him.
Oh.
And he had made only 4 minutes on us on that stage. So we won. We finished in our position 13 minutes or 14 ahead of them. Yeah. But it was fun.
Okay.
And we've had kind of incidents, crazy incidents we've had.
Okay.
I navigated in the 2007 Goa Rally.
Okay.
I navigated Anil Bhaiya in the S team. And also I navigated him in the Pine Forest Challenge INRC, Chandigarh.
Okay.
In the S team category. So we won the S team category in Chandigarh. Goa Rally, coming down one corner, we broke the gearbox. That was a very sad part. Like on the first day itself, we broke the gearbox.
Okay.
Because the S-team gearboxes used to break on tarmacs more.
Okay.
Instead of dirt. I don't know why. It's a very strange theory. Still not able to understand till date. S-teams are still gone. But yeah, those cars were bulletproof at that time. Yeah. That time JK was running their team, MRF was running their team. It was a fierce battle on the top in INRC in that 2007 year. Year of 2007 championship. It was crazy.
Okay.
So we did all that.
How was your dad reacting to all of this? Your whole family, basically. I mean, considering that young guy just out of college and going crazy before college and after college, rally.
2006-07, when we won that rally in Chandigarh.
Okay.
NDTV took my interview after winning. So my dad saw that interview, and then he gets a call from somebody, and he straight away says, "Rampal, भैया इसकी तुम रैलिंग बंद करवा लो, ये मरमुरा जाएगा लड़का तुम्हारा, अकेला ही है, मत कराओ." So every time I used to give out an interview, somebody would call dad. We've had incidents when I was driving. And people would make videos and send it to dad.
Are you serious?
He's too aggressive. Especially in the hills. He's too aggressive. You will find him one day in the valley only. So stop. So my dad put a shut off on my mountain rallies completely. I was not allowed to participate in any of the mountain events.
He had brick wall.
Navigate भी नहीं करना है. बस हो गया. फिर भी I used to sneak into a couple of events and quietly go and navigate and all everything. Like obviously dad would not know, but the organizers would know. Dad would not know, but eventually he used to find out. After the finish, if I would carry a trophy back home, he would know कहाँ गया था. Dad वो navigate. And I would get 1-2 I'll get on my face. But yeah, dad was very supportive whole throughout my career.
Okay.
Dad was very supportive because he was working for JK Tires and he had the closest of the insights to the sport from Hardy uncle.
कभी-कभी तो वो भी भूल जाते होंगे कि मैं बाप हूँ, इसका मेरे को बाप बनना पड़ेगा.
उनके साथ था ऐसा, डैड के साथ था, कभी कभार होता था. मतलब I remember when my dad attended my first ever event on dirt in a gypsy. And I came first in the 1000cc gypsy category. I was some 18 and a half year old guy. And I was competing against, and it was an autocross event organized by Northern Motorsports here in Noida Stadium.
Okay.
तब हुआ था ये 2000 I think 4 4 तब मैंने पार्टिसिपेट किया था अब जिप्सी में अपनी. What a feeling it was. It was crazy. And I remember that time I was given a trophy by Karamjit Singh, that Malaysian rally legend, who's been driving for JK for a very long time. And he's still rallying, I think, somewhere in Malaysia. So he had given me the trophy. I still have the picture with me at home. उस टाइम पे डिजिटल इमेजेस कम होती थी ना, तो हम लोग तो नोकिया फ़ोन यूज़र ही थे सारे उस टाइम पे. ब्लैकबेरीज भी अभी आ ही रहे थे 2007 में 4 में, तो हार्डली ब्लैकबेरीज कहाँ थे. मतलब नॉर्मल फ़ोन्स थे बस सिर्फ. तो फिजिकल पिक्चर्स अभी भी बहुत सारी पड़ी हैं पुरानी. 2004 ऑटोक्रॉस थी वो मारुति की. नॉर्दर्न मोटरस्पोर्ट्स ने ऑर्गेनाइज किया था. इट वाज ग्रेट फीलिंग. तो फिर उसके बाद चलता रहा सब कुछ. देन A1 टीम इंडिया हैपेंड एंड देन एवरीथिंग हैपेंड. Then 2010, I get a call from a friend of mine in Pune. Buddy, you know Noida is going to have a Formula 1 circuit, right? I'm like, yeah, sir, but do you have a contact? I would love to go and work for them. He says, okay, send me your CV. Whatever you've made about you, okay? Whatever you have on you, like about you and stuff like that. All the details, your profiles, everything. I had made something, whatever I could as an amateur in the working industry. I was still an amateur, so whatever I could get, I had put that on a Word document and I sent it across. 15 days later, I get a call from JP Group.